Hey there, I'm John at Collect Cards, and this is a VR for Clemente Collector for his video on well-loved cards. So I'll flip the phone around and talk about three that I'm going to share here. All right, so this is going to be a really quick video here, even for me. I only have three cards to show for this, but I just wanted to send Clemente Collector a little VR here on his cool little contest that he's got going. The first card I'm going to show is, and I haven't had any of these cards for a long time, of these three, and at all, and one of them technically isn't mine, so I'll get to that one last actually. But the first one I'm going to show is my, actually two of them are going to be for my 1954 top set, which I actually completed earlier this year. It took me a little over 2 years to do it. And this card I'm going to show here is number 10 in that set, Jackie Robinson. Definitely a well-loved card. It has, where I find the love really is that I think someone used it to, like, there's like a very interesting groove here that maybe someone put like a coffee cup or something on it years and years ago, maybe, I'm guessing. There's also a crease right here. Pretty rounded corners or some peeling. So yeah, this card's been has been through it. But what I was drawn to this card was that there was no like creases on his face or even a ton of paper loss on his face. So it still kind of has like, you know, I think, you know, for the two that it probably is at best. If I do get it graded, actually I will be getting it graded probably in my next time I submit cards. I've done 4 submissions SGC this year, and I will probably pick that up again early next year. But very rounded, you know, definitely has been loved. I got this, I'm trying to remember where I got it. I mean, I won it in an auction, and I paid just over $300 for it, which I don't mind sharing. I think it was $306, I think was the final auction price. If it grades a 1, or I don't think it'll grade a 1. If it grades a 1.5, which I think is very possible, you know, then I probably maybe lost out a bit. But if I can grade a 2, you know, and it's either way, I love this card, and it was well loved well before I got it, but I really enjoy having it now. You know, I'm very hopeful that it's well loved to the point that it's, you know, actually authentic. So I think it is. So anyway, that's the first card I was going to share really quick for this. Is my 54 Jackie. I got the camera not at the best angle, so I'm just going to kind of leave it there. And the next card from this set, or next card I'm going to show here, well loved, is my Hank Aaron from this set. In some ways this was a well loved card, in that I think this one was like a classic bike spoke card. I'm not certain of that, of course, but I really think it was, because I think, you know, the way they stuck them in the spokes, you know, there are like creases in every quadrant, pretty distinct ones, but yet the corners are pretty good. I mean, and so I think it got a lot of, I think it made a lot of noise on a kid's bike many years ago, many moons ago. If I'm wrong on that, please let me know, because I did not do bike spoke did not put baseball cards in my bike spokes. They kind of lived in shoeboxes when I was a kid more than on my bike. But it's really cool. I enjoy having this card a lot. In case you heard that upstairs, so there was some bang upstairs in my house, and I don't hear crying, so I think everybody's okay. Anyway, lots of creases, as you can see. I'm going to bring it in. You could really see some in there. They're kind of baked in there pretty good. But I picked up this card to finish my set earlier this year. I made a video about it. It's I think a fairly interesting story that I, you know, probably talked too long about over the course of the video. But if you got 15, 17 minutes to spare and like Legos, then you really might like that story. I probably shared that about 3 months ago, I'd say. But that's the second card I'll show there. And then the last card I'm going to show is a card that actually technically isn't even mine. So when I got back in the hobby about 2.5 years ago now, in 2020, one of my best friends, college buddy of mine, I kind of mentioned I was sort of getting back involved in cards, and he had I guess a stash that I don't think I ever really saw. It was like a binder and a couple of other like little plastic cases, kind of like of cards, 70s and 80s mostly. In fact, all. And he just thought like, here, go through these. Tell me if I have anything. And he had some stars for sure, but they're in binder sleeves, and you'll definitely like as a kid might store, but at the same time stored, but twos and threes and fours at best if they were ever graded for even the stars. But the car, and there were definitely Hall of Famers in there and such. So I pulled out the best ones I could, put them, sleeved them up, put some in top loaders, etc. And I still happen to have them until we crossed paths again. He was pretty far from me here, but one card I'll show here. So I call this I'm fostering this card. And this is that Ozzie Smith rookie from 1979 Topps. And I'm actually really happy to have the opportunity to just share this because it's just it's a fun version of this card, in that like, I don't know, maybe my friend ran, like, I don't think it was a bike that ran over this card. It might have been a car that ran over this card. I mean, look at the, it's not necessarily tread marks, but it's impressive, like dirt marks on this card, streaks or something. It's like, makes me think it was in a driveway at some point and a car ran over it, or maybe a big wheel, or I have no idea. But, definitely, I think because of that, if it were to be ever graded, it'd probably be graded a 1. But just a cool, fun card to have. And the interesting thing about this is that this card still has a modicum of value. Even with the paper loss there on the back, even this card saw a traumatic event at some time, and is has survived. And I put it in a nice safe sleeve and a nice safe top loader. It's being well cared for here for the time being until next time my friend and I cross paths in person, and I'll give these back to him. But all in all, I just thought I'd share these 3 cards as examples of well-loved cards currently in my possession, 2 of which I actually own. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed that little video. And thanks again, Clemente Collector, for the opportunity here to share. I hope to do some more VRs here in the days ahead and weeks ahead. This is only like my 2nd or 3rd one, I think, that I've ever done. So with that, hope you all having a good start to your week. It's Monday, December 5th. And with that, take care. See you in the next video.